first of all, man, welcome to Southampton.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, and absolutely fantastic time to be in Anathema right now, I imagine. Got the Opeth show coming up.
Yeah.
You're playing stuff from the new album. You're on tour right now. Does it feel particularly busy at the moment?
Yeah, it does. It's almost like I wish I was in two places at once. Because I actually wish I was in the studio.
Oh, okay.
I've got this studio in London where I've been like making demos for the album for the last few months. And going out on the road is kind of necessary to tighten the songs up live.
Yeah.
And to get that reaction from the audience and kind of get the you get a good sort of indication of where a song's heading when you play it to an audience, you know.
Yeah.
So it's all good. I mean, I recognise that it's valid, and it's a valid exercise to do, and it's probably necessary. But secretly, I wish I was in the studio.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be there tomorrow, so that's okay.
And is it 4 new songs you're debuting on this tour?
We've been doing 6.
6?
Yeah, but one of them is it's being rewritten.
Oh, okay.
So we're probably not going to play that one tonight because, well, again, this is one of the things that happens on the road when you play it every night, and it's just like somehow it just wasn't quite getting there. It was reaching a certain point, and when we wanted it to go to the next level, it wasn't quite getting there yet. So it's like, okay, so we've had a rethink on that one, and so we probably won't play that tonight, but we'll do 5 others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And will you be playing any of the new ones with Opeth? Is it Saturday you're in?
Saturday, yeah. I think there's room to play one of the new ones. I'm not sure at the moment if we will. I kind of hope we do. I think it'd be a good move to just play one.
Yeah.
But I don't know that, to be honest. It all depends on the balance of the set and how much time we've got and all this.
So the album itself, it's still in the demo stage?
Yeah. We're going to start recording it in December.
Yeah.
1st of December. So for the moment, it's like the next couple of weeks, you said busy, like it's going to be frantic trying to finish it all off before then, you know, because we're working with this producer now who is kind of, I don't know, like just working with him is kind of kicking everybody's ass a little bit to be way more prepared than we usually are. But I'm very confident in it. So yeah, we'll pull it off.
Yeah. So have you got do you have a name for the album yet?
Kind of, yeah. But I don't want to say anything yet.
Oh, damn it. So you're recording it in December. So do you have a rough schedule in the mind after that? Yeah.
So we're doing like 10 days in a studio in Ireland.
Yeah.
And then we do another 10 days in a studio in Scotland, in Glasgow. And then in January we'll have a break for the festive season. Then come back in January to Scotland and finish off anything that's outstanding.
Yeah.
And then mix it. So I guess that means a May release date.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on K-Scope again.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, it's pretty cool actually. We'll do some festivals next summer. But I think we'll probably, at the moment, we don't have any gigs booked for after this one tonight. Which is pretty cool actually, because actually what I want to do once the next album's finished and mixed is I actually want to keep the studio on, like where I'm working at the moment, and just keep writing, because I think we've got certainly enough ideas to start a new project immediately. I want to keep the flow going.
Yeah.
And I think we could do a soundtrack next.
What, for a film? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a TV series or whatever, you know. But I think we've got that in us next.
That would be good.
Yeah,
that would be great to hear.
Yeah.
Do you think that that, I guess, what's the word, synergy maybe into other media would sort of help the popularity of the band? Maybe.
What kind of media?
Like into the medium of film or into the medium of TV. Do you think that would make the band more popular in turn?
I don't know. I think so. It depends on the size of the project, but I think at least it's a foot in the door. I think you've got to start somewhere with that kind of thing. I just know that we've got that kind of cinematic sort of soundscapey sort of music anyway.
Definitely, yeah.
So it would lend itself really well to a soundtrack, and we've got a bunch of material at the moment that I know of that would be ideal to start work with a kind of a loose sort of basis. So it's like, okay, you've got like these. I've got at the moment like an idea of mine, probably about 6 different variations on the same theme.
Yeah.
Which could be of all different varying lengths. So depending on the project, if you wanted, I could manipulate it and mold it around what would become a soundtrack. But I think all the materials there, the majority of the materials there for a soundtrack for something, and I kind of want to do that next. And the ideal time to do that would be right after you finished an album.
Yeah.
So you can. You've got a couple of months grace, really, where you could basically not much happens. You're doing interviews and things, but like you can just get in the studio. You're not going on tour, until the album comes out. So, yeah, I think that would be cool. I've also got a bunch of material of my own that I'm writing at the moment as well.
Solo album?
No, I don't think I'll do a solo album. At least I don't think I'll call it that. I'm not big on all of that. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe I'd call it something. I don't know yet. But I've got an album's worth of material of my own, which I need to finish off right after I've done this as well. So I'm really looking forward to that, to finishing that off and working on this soundtrack and bringing the next album out. Next year could be really cool for us.
That would be fantastic. Yeah. The soundtrack, would that be the entire band doing that, or would it just be you?
Probably me and Danny, I would say.
Okay.
John possibly as well, if he's got anything lying around, because John writes a lot of really cool stuff. John and Danny are actually the 2 main sort of songwriters in the band, whereas I kind of help them to kind of realise it all and finish it off and bring it all together, and I kind of oversee everything, make the demos and produce it all. So yeah, probably the 3 of us. But I don't know, man. It would depend. Like if somebody approaches and said like, what I'd really like a live band sort of soundtrack in parts, not just like kind of atmospherics and pianos and things. But like an actual band, say for example, 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
The way they used music in that film was brilliant. Where you've got Godspeed You Black Emperor for a start,
Yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah. And 28 Weeks Later with John Murphy. And The Fountain with Mogwai and the Kronos Quartet. The stuff Clint Mansell does. Johan Johansson, David Wingo. The guy who's just done the Mr. Robot soundtrack's really good as well.
Oh
yeah. Did you watch that series?
No, that's on Amazon, isn't it? I've not watched that one. I've not watched that one. All my friends are telling me to watch it, and I don't watch TV. I'm not a TV guy.
Yeah, I'm not either. But like I'll make a point of watching something if I hear about it. I don't really watch anything at all apart from keep up to date on Liverpool FC.
Yeah,
and that's about it really. That's a big hobby of mine. Outside of music, it's football. That's like Liverpool, like. Just, my girlfriend goes nuts. I'm always listening to podcasts and things, like.
Oh, dude, don't say that. Hardcore Southampton Saints here. Like...
We always buy your players.
You do. Oh my god. So,
have you got any more we want? Yeah. I don't know. I've had my eye on Ward Prowse for a while. He's quite good.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not. But yeah, are there any? Do you ever listen to like a soundtrack for a TV show or a film or something like that and think, oh, I really wish I'd written that score. That's like perfect.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard "Death Is the Road to Awe" and this was on the Fountain soundtrack with the Mogwai Kronos Quartet, and I listened to it and I thought that's exactly the kind of music I would want to make. That's perfect for me. As it turns out, the stuff I've written on my album's nothing like it. Yeah. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
You know, but I thought like that would be something I might like to do, but turns out that I haven't done it. I haven't done anything like that. I've just done my own thing. I think that's really the key to any kind of longevity in music. Really, is just being yourself.
Yeah, of course.
I think you're always more interesting than like it. Being honest, having a unique voice is better than sounding like somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Was it quite hard for Anathema to find a unique voice in the early days? Because obviously you started out heavier, like sort of gothic metal.
I think. Yeah, I mean, even though we were playing, I would say, more genre-specific music in the very early days, we still had scope for experimentation, and there was quite a bit of experimentation even on the first album. And it was only natural that kind of experimentation would come to the fore later on. And I think when you get a little bit older, like when we got into our kind of early 20s and we were making our third record and the fourth record, we realised that the best way to do it is exactly what I said before about being honest. Strip away the layers. Don't realise you don't need to kind of throw 20 guitar tracks in a song to make it sound bigger. Actually, it's really what the most important thing about any song is the core of what you're trying to say. It's like the meaning behind the song, the feeling behind the song. And I think we learned quite a bit from Roger Waters, from his era, like kind of around the time of The Wall and things like that, in Floyd. And I guess, yeah, Bob Dylan, people like that, that kind of, sometimes something is just perfect as it is, and you just don't need to add to it. It's one of the biggest lessons you learn as a songwriter and as a musician is when not to play. When something is just all right. There's like one of my favorite pieces of music of all time is a piano piece by Eric Satie. Well, quite a few. The Gnossiens, the three Gnossiens, and Gymnopedia. And it's just a man and a piano, and it's perfect. And you could say, well, a cello would be nice on that, and it would, but would it make it any better? No. It's fine as it is. You can put a vocal on that. Would it make it any better? Absolutely not. So that's a good lesson to learn, really.
Don't fuck with what's perfect.
Don't fuck with it if it's like so many things in life.
Yeah. So I guess kind of coming full circle with it then, would you cite Opeth as an influence for you personally or for
No, not really, no. We don't really listen to our peers in music. We never have. We don't listen to any of the bands in our scene. No. I mean, they're really nice guys and good friends of ours. We've known them for many years now, but and a great band to tour with. There's a lot of mutual respect there, but I just don't listen to their stuff. But I never have really, and I listen to the stuff I've mentioned. Like Bob Dylan religiously, the Beatles. I listen a lot to electronic music, a lot of instrumental stuff actually, a lot of soundtracks and instrumental, usually individuals who make music. I don't really listen to bands. It's more like kind of just a single person who makes music, really. So yeah, that kind of thing. Aphex Twin, bands. I don't have much time for bands, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
I'm not that bothered about them. There are a few great bands out there. I think, and you will know, by the Trail of Dead is still one of the best bands in the world.
Yes.
They always have been. Who else is there really? Are At the Drive-In doing another album? They were really good. Even Queens of the Stone Age have dropped off a little bit. Oasis aren't there anymore.
Songs for the Deaf would always be like
it's over 10 years old now though, isn't it? What are they doing now?
Is it 2002, is it?
Yeah, around then, yeah.
Oh, I'm getting old.
So yeah, I kind of find the individuals are making the most interesting stuff at the moment. Bands, a lot of bands these days are really corporate and middle class. Have you noticed?
Yeah, like
Especially in this country. You know, it's like it's actually like a kind of viable career option. You know, it's something you could actually go to your careers officer for in school and say, yes, I'd like to be a rock star. Okay, well, what you need to do is you need to do X and Y, and you know, you need to be professional, and you need to take all your promotion very seriously, and do all of it, and all of the wild, rebellious kind of nature of why anybody wanted to say fuck off, I'm being in a band despite you. All of that's been taken out now. It's like, it's kind of, you know, it's cool, you know. Yeah,
I 100% agree with you.
It's fucking.
It's almost like there's like a hypocrisy to it, because like bands like Rage Against the Machine are like, you know, fuck you and fuck everything, and then they're like then they're just making a shit ton of money off of it, like, you know.
Well, you know, like.
And I love Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, I'm more talking about modern bands, you know, like bands like someone like, for example, I don't even know their names, but there was this band I saw on. I was flicking through the channels, and there's like one of them MTV channels, like at schools or something, and there's this band. I forget what they're called now. They got this ridiculous fucking name, and they're massive in this country now. I won't be able to remember the name, but they just look like they stepped out of a fucking menswear catalogue. Do you know what I mean? They just look like they work in All Saints. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, that's,
you know,
that's not the true spirit of rock and roll or something, I guess.
They look. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody looks like fucking. I don't know. They look like catalogue models. It's ridiculous.
And you could say like that's sort of one thing that music, like, the image is becoming more important in music. Would you agree with that? Like,
it's always been important. I don't know if it's more important than it ever was. It's always been important, really. I think the problem at the moment is that nobody's really got the substance to back it up. You know, David Bowie, like, his image was everything. Like, he was constantly reinventing his image, and it was extremely important to him. But he had the fucking songs, didn't he? You know?
Of course.
Yeah, but, you know, like, and there's not many. There's really not many who, like, have got that kind of whole thing sewn up. There's a few people out there, but certainly not bands.
Yeah.
You know. Like who's big in this country? Muse.
Yeah.
Shite. Utter shite. They've done a couple of good songs like 10, 15 years ago, and they're shit now. Kasabian, fucking pants. Absolute fucking pants.
Biffy
And I don't know their stuff. They're massive, aren't they? But I don't know their stuff. I can't speak about them.
Headlining Download this year.
Well, good luck to them. Good luck to them. You know, a guy I know plays guitar for them live. You know.
Oh, okay.
Good luck to them. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess that it's all about having the tunes, really. Have you got the tunes? You know, that's all I'm interested in. Like, I mean, your image is like, it's important to remember, if you don't want an image as a band, if you don't want one, if you're deliberately shunning the idea just on principle, then one will get created for you.
Yes.
So just fucking embrace it, because you've got no choice. We've kind of always tread that sort of line of trying to not do photos and trying to not cultivate an image, and we don't appear in videos and all of this kind of thing. But I don't know. I'm not necessarily against all of that, but it doesn't really have any meaning for me. You know what I mean? It's like, like I said, you've heard me talk. All I'm interested in is going in the studio.
Yeah.
It's all that's the fucking biggest thing in my life. You know, like, it's the thing I get the most satisfaction out of. I enjoy playing stuff live, but there's no comparison to writing music. That's where my heart's at, and that's where always prefer to be. Either in the studio or on the couch with a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And my cat. You know what I mean?
Is there one environment that you prefer to the other, or is it I can write anywhere sort of thing?
I can actually write anywhere these days because I don't like, get my guitar out and press play on a recorder or anything like that. I do it all on my laptop, so I can do that anyway. So quite often I've written stuff in airports, on planes, on trains, because it's a really cool way of passing the time. It's kind of the best thing I can do with my time. If I've got to wait for 2 hours at an airport and say, okay, well, what can I do? I can go online and get bored really quickly, because I do. I just get bored after 5 minutes. I check Twitter out and then now what? A little bit of Liverpool news. All right, well, that's about me done then. So then I'll just open up Logic. I do everything on Logic. So I'll open up Logic and just get my synths going, and I'm away. I'm happy then. Headphones on. So yeah.
What's the weirdest place you've written a song?
The weirdest place?
The weirdest place you've written a song. Don't say on the loo or something.
Laptop on the toilet doesn't really work, does it? No.
That's rock and roll, that is.
I've written stuff. The funny thing is, these days I've got a decent phone now finally, so it's got a good voice. So the iPhone's got a good voice recorder.
Yeah.
So I'm recording a lot of stuff as I'm walking around. And the other day, I was in Liverpool. We were rehearsing up there, and it's pretty crowded where I was. I was outside, and I had this beat for one of the new songs we're doing, and I've nailed this beat. That's it. It's that. I've got to record it, otherwise I'll forget it, And so I'm just walking down the street with my phone going, and getting some fucking weird looks. Do you know, another story, right? I wrote a song in a dream, right?
Okay.
How it happened was, in this dream, I was talking to somebody, and he said, "What are you up to?" I said, "Well, I've just finished this album I'm doing, Oh, one of your own? Yeah, well, put it on. So I put the CD on this.
What, in the dream?
In the dream, yeah. I'm putting the CD on. It's my album, that I've, I put the CD in, and the first song comes on, and I've never heard it before. I've never written it, but it's on there, and it's fucking brilliant. And I'm going, Jesus Christ, I've got to wake up. That's dead good. And I instantly knew I was dreaming. I think I even said to the person I was with, "Sorry, I've got to wake up and record this." And I'm not messing, man. I am not messing. I woke up. It was about 3:45 a.m. Missus is asleep. It's like, okay, I can still hear the song. I'm half awake. I can still hear the song in my head. Where's my laptop? It's over there. Okay. Pull my laptop into my bed. Did it in about 45 minutes. Closed my laptop. Went back to sleep. The next day, it was a Saturday. Me and my girlfriend Sarah, we went into town all day. And coming back home at about 6 o'clock in the evening. And I told her what had happened in this dream. And I said, I've recorded this thing, and I have no fucking clue what it is. She goes, I can't wait to listen to this. We put it on, and it was dead good. It was I couldn't fucking remember that for the life of me. There's no way. And that's the thing. You've got to make sure you're always ready to record ideas.
Yeah, you've got to get in the zone, I guess.
Well, there's no way I would have come up with that by thinking about it. It just fucking happens.
It's like the old story. I think Freddie Mercury used to sleep with a keyboard by his bed for that exact reason.
Yeah. Because and that's I've lost stuff from dreams before. I was determined not to lose this one. It's another big lesson for anybody writing music is always record everything. Record all your ideas, even the shit ones, especially just everything. Record everything you do. Log it. Know exactly where it all is. And because once the doors open, it doesn't mean 90% of the ideas that flow through might not be that great, but you're looking out for that one that's just gonna take things to the next level. So.
I always remember, like, because I used to do comedy, and like,
Did you?
Yeah, they always said, it's not about writing jokes; it's about putting yourself into a state where like jokes come to you.
Yeah.
Is it the same with music?
Exactly that. Yeah. It's a form of meditation, in a way. Sometimes, you know, you can start it off like I say, like if I put my headphones on, I'm completely out of wherever I am. I'm not in an airport anymore. I'm not in a backstage room. I'm completely somewhere else, and I'm only kind of. Might start with a sound, just a sound of something. I'll see where that wants to go. So I kind of let it lead me rather than me leading it.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's the best way I can put it, really.
Yeah, that's really interesting, because I've not gotten like this in depth with this before. This is really fantastic.
Danny had a good analogy for this. He said it's like being on a river, and you're just kind of in a boat, like on the flow, going through. Like sometimes it can be bumpy, and you've got to steer your way through it. But you're not the engine of it. You're kind of a passenger of it, in a way. And it all sounds very ponty and arty-farty, but it is.
No, it's fine. I get it. It's fine.
But it is kind of like that. It is. I think all the best stuff that we've done happens like that. You know, when you're not thinking about it, you can't think a song into being and expect it to be good. You know, you can't conceive of a song and say, okay, what does this album need? We need a fast rock song. Okay, let's write some fast rock stuff. It's not going to be any good. You know.
That's why they're always like, whenever because I'm the metal guy, so I'm sort of going from my experience. But like, whenever like a metal band slows down or something, like there are all these fans saying, "Oh, you need to make an album like the one you made a few years ago." Like,
well, you know, it depends. Like, your fans are obviously massively important. Without them, you haven't got anything. But like at the same time, it just depends what you're doing. If you're doing like genre-specific music, like say for example, like AC/DC play rock and roll.
Yes.
And they do it in their own way, their own compromise, and bollocks to anybody else. That's what they are. You know, and you want that from AC/DC. You know, you don't want them to be anything else other than that. So if they were to like bring out an album of like, you know, the secret love of swing jazz ballads, you know, it'd be a bit left field, and nobody would want it.
Career suicide, right?
Yeah, exactly. But that's fine, because they're giving people what they want, and they're really, really good at it, and that's fine. It's like Queens of the Stone Age, you know, like they make music that makes people dance, you know, makes people get off. That's fine. It's cool. But if you're doing stuff that's like, I don't know, I mean, I suppose it's just utterly self-indulgent, really. You're only doing it for your own satisfaction and reasons. And you kind of hope that other people come along with you on that, because you're not really doing it for them. It's a case of you're being as honest as you possibly can be with yourself and your music. And you only put it out when you know it's absolutely pure and honest and kind of ready for people to hear. And then once it's left you, once the audience have it, it's not yours anymore. Yeah. It's yours right up until the last point of mixing and mastering. That's when it's yours. And when it's finished and when it's released into public, it's not yours. Everybody else owns it. So you got to let it go. Yeah. So like, for example, the stuff that we do that's really, really personal to us, it's then time for other people to take that, appropriate it in whatever way they want, you know. Apply it to their own lives. You know? Yeah. It happens all the time. So, and that's a really huge, humbling experience, you know. You can't ever predict that, you know. And we never try to tell anybody like how things are or how their lives, how they should feel about their lives or anything, you know. We're just trying to get through it ourselves. But somehow, music has this ability to make you feel less alone. It makes you
Yeah.
feel like somebody else kind of understands, even though you don't know them, and they might be in a completely different country, but they just kind of get it, you know, how you feel. That's a special thing.
Do you get many fans coming up to you, like on the street or wherever, saying, you know, thank you for this song, it helps?
Yeah, it's like, you know, people from all over, really, you know, from all over the world, you know, just saying, they say very inspiring things, you know, like very inspirational things, which is really, really cool. I guess that we've got a very close relationship with our audience, you know. We don't bullshit them and they don't bullshit us, you know. Like when they know what we're doing is for ourselves.
Like you're saying, it's honest.
They get it,
Yeah.
like they totally get it. And I think that you know, long may that continue, really.
And flip side of the coin, have you got any weird ones that have come up to you? Any weird?
Oh God, yeah, we've got our fair share. Yeah, because of the kind of music we do as well. Like it's very emotional and very, you know. So we get some kind of lost souls. You know.
Kind of then became mine.
Yeah, I feel sorry for people, so I don't really like to go into it, you know.
So thank you so much for your time today, man. I've just been told to wrap it up. But
Okay,
it's been
no problem.
a genuinely great chat.